What's up, guys? Dad Dash coming to you from the road here, wanting to talk to you today about an important topic. And that topic is a topic that I hear a lot of discussion about right now, and that is shop and pay orders and their place in the gig market. And I'm going to tell you today why I believe shop and pays, and I believe this for a long time, and they've been a huge part of my workflow for a long time. But of course, once it lands on DoorDash, it becomes mainstream. But I'm going to tell you why I believe that is, in fact, the future of the way to make money with gig apps. So let's get into it, guys, and let's talk about it. Why is shop and pays? Why are they the future? Why is that something that is going to be the most sustainable way for someone to earn consistently and earn a lot of money? Well, the reason is because it is something that the customer can see true value in. So let me explain what I mean. When you order food delivery, there's a threshold that the customer will pay for that service. In other words, there's a maximum amount that if they pay, or if the price of service reaches to that amount, they're going to either A, lower your pay, which means they may not get delivered at all, and that's an experience that makes them walk away the next time they say, I'll just pick my food up. Or two, they look at it and say, well, I'm not willing to pay what I think is going to get my food delivered, and I'll just go do it myself. I'll go pick it up from the restaurant. And food delivery, for the most part, is looked upon as not necessarily something that's involving a lot of labor, even though it does involve a lot more than what people realize. But it's a service that they say it's an in-between service. In other words, you've got somebody preparing your food, you've got the app providing the technology platform to get the order, and then you've got the food deliverer. And the idea here is we're going to spend a lot of money paying the restaurant to prepare my food, cook my food, and then this food delivers in the middle. And the amount of money that's available to pay that person is not always going to be enough to make it worth their time. And as a result, you end up with friction in the process. Now, obviously, there are those out there where money is not an object and they're not worried necessarily about what they have to pay. And those orders will go through and those people will pay the premium to get the order delivered, get it delivered while it's hot and fresh. And the apps, of course, will also continue to play around algorithmically by pairing together orders to make 1, 2, and 3 batch orders and get them delivered at a price that the driver's comfortable with. But the issue is overall sustainability. The overall idea that we're going to be able to have people making only money on food delivery is not a sustainable outlook. And anybody that does this or understands this is going to understand that unless we have something like 2020 occur again, it's not going to be a situation where people are going to say, if I could go to the restaurant or I can go drive and pick up my food, when those alternatives exist, there will be a threshold of money that will be there. And the idea will be either the driver will need to devalue their service, or the apps will need to part with some of their money. But there's even a limit to where the whole thing becomes completely unsustainable and completely, not a sustainable long-term business method on its own. Now, if you're pairing food delivery with other services, that's why DoorDash has jumped into the shop and deliver grocery shop or delivering packages, delivering products from stores. That is a component that is absolutely going to be required for any gig business operator to have a sustainable long-term business that will earn them enough money to stay in business. And why is that? Well, let me tell you why. And this is why shop and delivers are going to continue to be the gold standard of earning in the gig economy. Even package delivery, there's going to be an amount that's going to be only so much. When you are paying someone, when somebody is sitting on their couch, somebody's sitting at their house, and they say, I need to get up, go to the store, get out of my car, walk through the store, go through the crowd, go through the checkout line, pick each item, the customer can see definitive value in paying someone to be their proxy shopper, to be their shopper. That is a valuable service. The individual can see that there is a lot of things that they are paying for to not have to do themselves. As a result, there is great value for someone in saying, I would give them a 20% tip. In other words, I'll pay 20% more than what I would have paid at the store to have someone do the shopping for me and then bring the items, bring my groceries to my home and leave them for me at my door or knock on my door and hand them off to me. So that is why shop and pay orders hold such value. That is why DoorDash can ask for more tips and more base pay for those type of orders, because there isn't a threshold on that. Because yes, somebody may say, well, I'll get off my couch. And maybe if it got to 30, 40, 50% of the order, they would, but it'll never get that high. People can see the value in saying, I'm at work today. I've got my kids' practice today. I've got a whole calendar of events this week, and I still need to go grocery shopping. Or I can take 20% of my grocery bill and pay a little extra to the driver, to the app, to have someone deliver those to my house and take that entire need to show up at the store out. Someone can absolutely see the value in that. So that, as a sustainable method, as a sustainable sale to the customer, will be something that the apps can sell and will be something that people will continue to pay for. And then if you pair that with food delivery, if you say, hey, let this Dasher go to the store, shop your groceries, and then, hey, along the way, pick up your dinner too, that is a very, very good sale that the customer will say, yeah, I see value in paying for that. And then they will pay, a majority of the money will go to the Dasher for the groceries, which the customer will absolutely see as a valid cost. And then on top of that, for a few extra dollars, they can have a Dasher as well stop off and pick up their food. And then on top of that, as this Dasher is earning money through shopping pays, picking up packages, doing various different things throughout the day, and dinner time hits, it will not be as vital for that Dasher to have to be looking to earn $200 on a dinner. And they will be able to go out and say, okay, let me enhance my earnings a little bit. I'll stay out for a couple of hours at dinner, shuttle around some pizzas. The college kid, the teacher, the part-timer will focus more on the food delivery aspect for those couple hours a night, those 4 hours a month, those 4 hours a week that they might come out, and they can do earn by time. They can do, they can take every order on an earn by order basis. But the earn by time doesn't make much sense necessarily when you're shopping, especially if you're not able to know what the tip is up front. So that's another way that the earn by time clearly is for the very part-time person to be shuttling around some McDonald's, make a few dollars, whereas if you're doing this as a business, you're going to want to have a pre-negotiated amount of money for you to show up at that store, go through the store, shop, deliver the order, and get paid 20, 30, 40 bucks an order. On top of that, if you get good at it in the DoorDash app, you're going to learn that there's other apps out there that will pay you for the exact same thing, like Shipt, Instacart, Spark. I branch out. I don't rely on any one app to make my money, but I will tell you, I will do multiple shop and delivers on a daily basis to get my money. Some of my best and biggest days came off of doing multiple, very profitable, very large paying shop and delivers. I have my highest payout ever came on a Instacart shop and deliver order that I was paid $79 for to go 5 miles. I had to shop like 40 items. And then I had another one that was $68 that I had to pick up a cooler and some chairs from Dick's Sporting Goods, and then went and picked up a few items of produce. They added a second order in, and I got paid $60 I believe it was either $68 or $69. And that made my day. That was tremendous. That was an awesome order, an awesome shop to come in, and it ended up helping me to have an astronomical day because that happened in the middle of the afternoon. I still had dinner to go, and I was able to come out and make close to, I think that day I made $285 and did it in like 6.5 hours. It was a fantastic day. And then if you have programs like the large order program, like the catering program, and if you can get in, if your area, you're in a metropolitan area, and you can get on the schedule for deliver that, and you can get catering program orders where you're delivering to businesses, you can make a sustainable gig business that will earn you money and will allow you to earn money on enough money, well, depending on what your needs are, but it will allow you to earn a solid income by wrapping it all together. But the gold standard, the thing that you're going to need to get good at, absolutely without a doubt, is going to be shop and delivers, and that is because that is the one service, just like a business getting a catering order delivered sees value in that service when you walk into their establishment with boxes and you're setting up and you're doing all these things. And they will tip you 20-25% because they know you're doing work far in excess of picking up a bag of food, putting it in a hot bag, walking up someone's driveway and leaving it at their door. And while I'm not belittling that in any way, and while there is, you know, a need for you to have someone who cares and takes good care of the food and make sure it's properly, properly packaged and put in a hot bag, and make sure your hot and your cold foods are separated. There are things that go into it. But from a consumer standpoint, when they're looking at that tip screen, you are going to get tipped better when they're thinking of you walking through the store, when they're thinking of you searching for their produce. You're going to have opportunities to do switch outs and substitutions, opportunities that will help you bond with that customer, help you build rapport with that customer. And then when they go to confirm their payout, those are times you can get extra tip. I get a lot of extra tip, especially on the Shipped app, who lets the customer finalize their tip after the shop. You don't even see it for 24 hours. They let you finalize it, and some customers have a habit of, and they can add tip up to 30 days. They will go in on the Shipped app, and I've gotten $40 tips on Shipped. No lie. Now, I don't do a lot of Shipped because it's just not something that I have paid much attention to, because I find the Shipped app, the Shipped orders in my area sometimes, looking at the base pay that they're going to pay in comparison to other apps that show me all the information, I don't always go over there. I should be there more. I should do more with Shipped. I think it's something that I'm going to, for 2024, to have a focus on and say, let me build the relationship with that app. Let me start building it, because you can actually build a client portfolio. I have clients on there who I still get notifications that I get offered, even when I'm sitting at home. Hey, do you want to go shop for this customer? And a lot of times I'll say no, because their store's, 20 miles away or 15 miles away, and I happen to be down there, and they flagged me and said they like me. But it's an opportunity to really build a relationship. It's an opportunity to build up your tips. It's an opportunity to put customer service skills together. And people understand that. So as a result, if you want to make money, if you want to get a sustainable form of money, build a true business, and build a form of income that is going to be able to make more than just $10, $12, $13, $14, $15 an hour, like the food delivery apps will offer if you end up taking every order and get into a habit of doing that. Shop and deliver's got to be part of your repertoire. Learn it, embrace it. I've been doing it from day one. It's becoming a bigger deal. Now that we've moved past the era of 2020 through 2022, now we're into a more regular area, and customers are not going to pay maximum dollar. They're going to have a limit on what they're willing to pay for food delivery, because they're not going to see the value in paying more than a certain amount. And if that amount isn't enough for you, if you're not seeing orders that are meeting your standards, start looking at the shopping apps. Start looking at shopping delivery on DoorDash app, on the DoorDash app. Start looking around for the opportunities in your market, and you may be surprised what you find. Guys, thanks for tuning in today. Hopefully this was helpful. Put in the comments if you do shop and delivers. What's your opinion on shop and delivers? Are you doing them now? What apps are you working? I'd love to hear. And as always, guys, stay safe, stay profitable, and I'll talk to you soon.